Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Yusen and today I'm back again with our APMOPS preparation videos. And the question that we are doing today is APMOPS 2017 round 1 question 18. So without further ado, let's jump straight into our question today. This question here says that there were 20 different toys in a box. 3 children took turns to take out the toys to play and they returned them back to the box. It is now given that the children played with 11, 17, and 16 toys respectively. So now, what is the least number of toys that were played by all 3 children? So while we are looking at this question, definitely, okay, the first thing that we can think about is, well, most likely it is about this thing called as the Venn diagram, because there are some of the toys that were played with 1 children, some played with 2 of them, and some played by all 3 of them. So with that, that's the first thing we can think about. And since there are 3 different children, we'll just draw out 3 circles to represent them, with the first circle representing the toys played by the first children, this green colored one representing the second one, and the blue one representing the third one. So with that being said, now what do we know? It is given that the first child, let's say this one, played with 11 of them, and that means this part is 11. What about the second one? 17. And the third one on the right side, 16. And now we know that in total, how many toys are there? There are a total of 20 toys. So with that being said, the question says that, well, we want to find the least number that were played by all 3 children. Where is the part that are played with all 3 children? Well, this empty part here represents the toys that are played with the first child only. What about this part here? It represents those that are played by the first and the second child. And of course, if I want it to be all 3 children, there's only one possibility, and that is this empty space in the middle, where it is overlapped by all 3 circles. And that is what we want to find exactly. Oh, but there's another problem now. Well, is there any information that tells us what is that value that is played by all 3 children? It seems like this question is not very helpful for us in finding the number of toys that were played by all 3. So, if our Venn diagram is not helpful, what else can we do then? Well, here's what we'll teach you guys today, and that is our thing called as a line diagram. So firstly, we let all of the children be A, B, and C. And definitely, I know that there are 20 different toys. So we list it down. And for the total, we know 20 toys. Now A plays with 11 toys. Well, what is easy for us to represent it on this line diagram? We can draw the 11 starting from the most left side of the diagram, and that gives us this. Now, when we move on to B, B plays with 17 toys. And let's think, for 17 toys, do we want it to be the same toys played by A? No, no, no. We do not want them to be the same toys. We want to try to spread it out as much as possible, such that all of the toys are played by least number of children, such that it does not reach all 3 children. So it will be this part on here. And how many of those toys are there? There should be 20 minus 11, which gives us 9 toys. Oh, but how many toys does B need to play with? The answer is he needs to play with 17 of them. 17 toys. Since there's 9 of it here, he has to play with another 8 more. Where should I place the 8? Of course, starting from the left again. Here. Now on to the last guy. 16 toys here. So how should we put those 16 toys? We realize that starting from this part over here, all the way to the end. Oh, those toys are only being played one singular time. So of course, from here to here, we can draw a line, 12 of it. So now, since he has to play 16 toys in total, what should we do? We should of course put another 16 minus 12, which is 4 over here. And we have obtained that for these 4 toys, they were played by all 3 of their children. So our answer is just 4. And this is what we call as a line diagram. So this is one way of solving this question. But for questions like this, maybe we do not want to draw out the line diagram. Then what else can we do actually? The answer is very simple. Let's look at another way. Let's think. If I want the least possible number of toys that were played by all 3 children, what is the maximum number of toys that should be played? It should be played by 2 children, right? 2 times. So with that, I realized that the total number of toys played is 11 plus 17 plus 16 toys, and that gives us 44. And just now we mentioned, if each toy is played 2 times, how many times are that? 2 times 20, that gives us 40 over here. But we need 44 times to be played. But we can only play 40 times if each of them is played 2 times. So, what is the least possible number of toys ever played by all 3 children? We just have to take 44 minus 40, and that is 4. And immediately we are able to get to our answer. Well, when do we use this method? This method is only available to be used if the question says it is played by all of the children. If the question does not mention all, then we are not able to do it so. So with that being said, let's do a quick summary of what we have just did. Well, if a Venn diagram is not helpful for this type of question, well, what do? When we are trying to find a minimum value in inclusion and exclusion questions, we draw the line diagram and we make sure that the values are as spaced out as possible. But aside from that, there's another method. If it is played by all of them, the first thing we need to find is the total that were played by all 3 of them. The second thing is that we take the number of children minus 1. Then we multiply by the number to find the maximum amount that was played by the children. And lastly, we find the difference between them, and that is just our answer. And this method, we do not need to draw out the diagram. So with that being said, that is the end of our question here. Now, of course, there is also our practice question that all of you should try out. And once you're done with the question, well, put your answers in the comment section below. That's all for today. And with that being said, there is a QR code to join our WhatsApp group. If you have any other queries, feel free to just ask our teachers, and we are very willing to help all of you. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you and bye-bye.